What's up guys? Today we'll be taking a look at these boots from Meermin because for only 375 USD, it's probably one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, shell Cordovan boots out there. So are they any good? Well, I reached out to Meermin and they gave me these to review, links to them in the description. Now let's find out. So this is the Heritage Shell Cordovan boot in burgundy. It's a plain toe style derby boot and it comes with a pair of dust bags and leather-lined foam inserts. Now the thing about Meermin is that they're based in the shoemaking hub of Mallorca, but their shoes are made in China. Totally get why that may be a turn off for some of you, but according to this article, the reason for this has more to do with the shortage of skilled labor in Spain than it is about the cheaper cost in China, which apparently is higher than in Spain. That said, given its price, you can expect some corners to be cut. Like, literally. Fresh out of the box, there was already a deep cut. I know Meermin isn't exactly known for their QC, but I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. Although I will say, on something semi-rugged like this, it doesn't bother me because the way I wear my shoes, I'll collect scratches in no time anyway. Meermin also doesn't say where this shell is from, so it's probably not from Horwin or Shinki or other reputable tanneries. I guess only time will tell how this will age, but for now I've got no complaints. It's got that characteristic shell Cordovan shine, rose instead of wrinkles, and because it's infused with oils and waxes, you can see lighter rays coming through where it flexes, which is great if you're into patinas. The boot is made with Meermin's Flex Goodyear welt construction. From my understanding, it's basically like a Goodyear welt, except that the cork at the forefoot is replaced with a memory foam. There's still cork going from the midfoot to the heel, as well as a steel shank and a veg tendon insole, so the boot does feel stiff, but surprisingly, it's comfortable from the first wear. No break-ins required, and I'd say a large part of it has to do with how unstructured the uppers are. The shaft is unlined, and it feels like there are no stiffeners inside the toe cap and heel. It's really a world of difference without any stiffness, so not sure why other brands don't do this, but it definitely makes for a much more comfortable boot. The boot also has functional details like a storm belt, speed hooks, and a gusseted tongue. And on the inside, well, there's some paper labels which won't remove. By itself, it's a minor QC issue, and I'm not expecting perfection at this price point. But when you add up all the other QC issues, like the loose thread on the uppers, loose thread on the welt, and the uneven width of the welt, you start to understand why prices can be so low. That said, these mostly cosmetic imperfections are still acceptable, if only because no one will actually look at your boots up close. What everyone will definitely notice, on the other hand, is that it squeaks like mad. It sounds way worse indoors, and if you've ever owned a Swatch or Timex, you know what I'm talking about. Honestly, it makes me self-conscious. I don't think it'll ever go away, so I guess I'll just have to live with it. And finally, the outsole. Not much to say about it other than that it's a day-night style studded outsole, so not the most grippy on wet or smooth surfaces, but it's otherwise okay for everyday walking. In terms of fit, I'm a UK 6.5 according to Meermin's size chart, and they fit well. There's no heel slip whatsoever, and this is one of those rare times where I've got no issues with the width. I also like how the boot has a flatter toe box, which makes it lean more towards the smart casual office appropriate category. Unrelated to the fit, but the shoelaces are kinda long. If I wrap it around my ankles, it's just right. But that takes an extra few seconds, which kinda negates the time savings from the speed hooks. And because of the speed hooks, there's a bunch of excess after I untie it. I know you can put it into the boot, but that's just one extra step I'd rather not have. I don't know, I'm probably just nitpicking. So are these boots any good? Well, it's a stylish boot, that's for sure. The shell is decent, the build quality is solid, and the white toe box and immediate comfort are some of the highlights for me. But for only 375 bucks, something must give. And on this boot, it's clearly the finishing. Whether or not that's a deal breaker for you depends on what you deem as acceptable or not, but as long as you temper your expectations on that, I think overall it's a good boot at a fair price. If anything, because they are not crazy expensive, for one, you can wear them hard, like, you know, boots are meant to. For another, if you are new to shell Cordovan boots, this won't be too much of a loss if you realize you don't like them down the road. compared to if you had splurged on brands like Carmina or Auden from the get-go. So if you'd like to get your hands on this, do support the channel and use my link in the description below. Until next time, stay satu.